This year has been an amazing and incredible year for me as Mrs. Singapore Globe 2014. Hi, I'm Audrey Lim. A year has passed since my crowning as Mrs. Singapore Globe. Looking back at the year, a lot of wonderful memories created and a lot of photos have been taken, and I have done many things that I would otherwise not have done. If I have not won Mrs. Singapore, I would just be going through with my daily routine life, my work and family. It would probably just be quiet and definitely not as adventurous as the last year has been. Through the Mrs. Singapore platform, I have met so many people locally and internationally. It made my last 12 months very, very colorful and definitely exciting. First, I would like to thank my husband, Lo Hui, for starting this pageantry ball rolling for me. If not for his support and love, this journey would have been impossible. It started with him signing me up for Mrs. Glamorous Mummy in Jurong in year 2013, where I won first runner-up, and that was when I met the great team of ERM. I was given the chance by ERM to participate in Mrs. Singapore 2014. I would also like to give my heartfelt thanks to ERM, Alex Liu and Angela Tay. Alex has created the Mrs. platform for all married women, mummies, wives, grandmothers who still has a passion to do the things that they love, and an opportunity to show the world that Singapore married women, even though you are married and as a mummy, you can still look awesome and beautiful, and even compete on an international stage with so many countries. Sending our married beauty queens to these international pageants, and believing in our capabilities to fly the Singapore flag high and proud. It's something that I'm very, very grateful to ERM and Alex. For your beliefs and hard work in guiding each one of us. Many of our beauty queens have emerged as winners on an international platform. For me, I took part in Mrs. Globe 2014 in Shenzhen, China last year. I took the title of Mrs. Friendship and I won the Tracy Campbell Award as well. I am deeply humbled by the acknowledgement of these two titles, and it gave me the motivation of further doing work to empower women to be stronger and to have a voice in this society. I would like to thank Angela Tay and Puvani, who is Mrs. Singapore Globe 2013, for guiding me through an international pageant, for giving me advice and sharing their experiences with me. That was definitely very, very helpful. And I would like to thank Rosie, who sponsored my national costume for Mrs. Globe pageant, and for her time in making the costume so special. And I hope I did her proud, presenting her works on an international stage. Thank you, Rosie. I also would like to thank Sumini Sakri, who is also Mrs. Singapore Globe Classic 2014. She was my teacher, my belly dance teacher, for teaching me my talent that I performed on China TV when I was competing last year in Mrs. Globe 2014. That was probably my most nerve-wracking moment for my Mrs. Globe pageant, but I hope I did her proud by dancing well, I hope. And well, before all this happened, I joined Mrs. Singapore last year, and Mrs. Singapore journey in Singapore is about 3 months. In these 3 months, we had to raise funds for the society aged sick. I really want to thank all my friends, family, and even strangers who have given so willingly to the home during my fundraising drive. I want to say a special thanks to my cousin Sharon Wong, who made this fundraising drive possible. She has helped me tremendously driving this and reaching out to many people, many sponsors, and many friends. Without her help, I would not have received the title of Beauty with a Heart. And with those funds that we raised last year, we bought 110 cartons of adult diapers for the home, which was a very high need item by the Society of the Aged Sick. So thank you Sharon. I also met great sponsors like V10 Plus, The Line Plastic Surgery, Puvet, Makeover In, Zelvi, Fresva. The journey in Mrs. Singapore last year was tiring, as I was a working mom, managing my 3 kids and trying to balance between pageant, work, family time. But this journey is extremely fulfilling and rewarding. I think it's a must for any married woman who wants to make a difference in your own life, to discover yourself, to know yourself better, or even make a difference in someone else's life. I think this is a journey that you should consider going on. Yeah, that's definitely has been life-changing for me. I want to thank my sponsors for choosing me to represent their brand, V10 Plus, for having such great faith in me and confidence, and gave me an opportunity to even do a beauty product photo shoot, which probably in my wildest dream will I ever dream that I would have an ad that features beauty products. So deep in my heart, I'm very thankful. And V10 Plus creates great products like their serums, and it supplements your daily skincare. I have definitely benefited a lot from their products. So thank you V10 Plus, thank you Akiko-san, thank you Eddie, Tony, and for making me their voice this 1 year. And I would also like to thank the plastic surgery, the Line Plastic Surgery in Korea, Seoul, for helping me with the nip and tuck. It was such a wonderful experience at the Line with professional doctors. The trip was very organized by the marketing team. Daniel, thank you very much. Thank you Sunny for putting the videos together, and thank you EU. Thank you to all the doctors and all the translators at the clinic that has helped me through the journey at the Line. It was so fun having a great time at the clinic. I would really say that it was a dream come true for me to be taken care by one of the best plastic surgery clinics in Korea. So thank you very much. 감사합니다. And there are so many people that came into my life during this year. I cannot thank enough for your belief in me as Mrs. Singapore Globe and as a personal friend. So this is from the bottom of my heart. And today will be the last day of my reign as Mrs. Singapore Globe 2014. And I will be crowning the new Mrs. Singapore Globe tomorrow. But I was told that I will always be a timeless, non-expired beauty cream with ERM. So no matter what happens, the title of Mrs. Singapore Globe 2014 will always stay with me. So you probably will not hear the last of me yet. But do follow me on Facebook. It's Facebook/Mrs. Singapore Globe 2014 for more of my updates and photos, especially for Mrs. Singapore 2015 event tomorrow. I will post some photos and updates and on who will be the winner. So good luck to all the Mrs. Singapore 2015 contestants. I'm very excited for the event tomorrow. And once again, I like to say thank you. Thank you ERM, thank you everybody, thank you for everything, and thank you for everybody who believes in me. So I will see all of you very soon. Bye bye.